Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. Welcome in, Rosoki. Thank you so much for the 2 gift subs, as well as your 13 months of support, and Kyber as well. It's good to see all of you. Oh, I was looking off camera. But it's good to see all of you. Are we excited? Are we excited for the preview show? I know I am. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope they finally reveal the 30k Custodes or something. I'm gonna riot if it's gonna be next year. Ugh. They haven't started yet, right? No, okay, they haven't. Good. Good. Let me pull up their stream. Okay. I don't want to see their chat because they could say things that I don't want to see. No! Okay. Okay. Did I mute them? Hang on. I think I muted the page. Oh, there we go. I couldn't hear the music for a second. I was like, what's going on? Who's ready to hear about Tacticus for 10 minutes? Oh boy. Forgive my ignorance. I thought there were 30k Custodes already. Okay. Yes. But they were hinting at new models. They're hinting at stuff. Okay. 1 second. Let me switch over. Oh, I didn't look at the preview shadow pics. Let me look it up. 1 sec. I don't want your dang cookies. Dang it, I must accept their cookies. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up so we can look at it together. I'm cutting it very close. Okay. So this here, oh wait, you need to see my cursor. There we go. Gene Stealer. This looks like a wood elf. Well, this is clearly a space marine. I'm guessing it's gonna be Raven Guard because of the shape of here. Those look like bird skulls. This looks like some form of Necron to me. And this one's hard to tell. I think it's Warhammer. No, is it a Skaven? Because I'm seeing like twisty things, but also seeing this like, you're a bad guy if you have something piled up behind your back. So, looking at this really briefly, those are my guesses. Oh, but this makes me think of Sigmar. No, I'm gonna go with my gut. Oh no, well, I'm not sure. This very open collar and this crown makes me think of Sigmar. I'm not sure. It could be Nurgle, but for some reason, I'm feeling like it's a rat or something. Like, it's not enough sludge. It's got too many, like, branches and things hanging off it, in my opinion. Okay, I was wondering if this was Stormcast. Like, I was like, wait, at first I thought it was Gene Stealer because of the collar. That now I was looking at it more, I'm like, it does look more like a Stormcast because of this crown. Oh. Can you guys... You guys got scuff, I think. They are not exempt from the scuff.
We are joined by a live audience today. There are over 1,000 Warhammer fans in the room with us, attendees of the World Championship.
Oh my gosh.
Attendees of the Grand Narrative. I think you heard them cheer already, but just for
they are so quiet.
give us another huge cheer, everybody in the room, please.
have to look at my settings. No sound. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's their fault. They are so quiet.
And we can see there are already thousands of you watching along at home.
It's turned up all the way on my end.
Tuning in from, we have people here from over 50 countries representing their various different countries at the World Championships and the Grand Narrative.
Okay, well,
it was really fun over the last couple of days to see the event start to kick off and to see where people have come.
I don't want to see the dang gifted subs.
All around the world. Watching as the opening ceremony took place, and we saw just hundreds of participants from Mexico, from Brazil.
I'm gonna see what I can do on my end with the sound. I'll do my best, guys.
France is here in enormous numbers. Canada, so normally this is the part in the chat where I say, hey, where are you tuning in from? But we've got
sorry,
50 nations
that hurt me too.
right here in this room. So let the people know where you're from by giving us a big cheer right now.
I'm sorry. Dude. They are so quiet. I'm so sorry, guys.
Gather, there's a really excited and engaged home crowd as well. It's fantastic, the great people here in the United States welcoming us and hosting us. It's really lovely to be here. Now, what is the World Championships of Warhammer, and what is the Grand Narrative, and why are we here? Well, we've got a little reel to show you what it's about.
Not a reel. Oh, so this is loud. Thank you. I didn't need my ears. I would like to attend one of these one day. Oh yeah, that's pretty sick. But you're gonna know that was someone else who did their costume. They didn't bring that guy in. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Sound is gonna be rough today, guys.
I'm not used to having to pause for applause after every video. We're gonna have to get used to that, I think.
It's nice. It's nice.
The World Championships, just a little taste of what's going on here at the World Championships of Warhammer and the Grand Narrative, and I think it's just a really lovely event so far. This has been a really amazing celebration of Warhammer and the hobby in general.
Yeah, to see like the better part of 1,000 people participating in a really good-natured but highly competitive tournament, and then to watch all of these people enjoying the Grand Narrative where they're exploring.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about the audio. I can't do anything about it.
It's been a real thrill. One of the other things that Eddie and I have been talking about and is apparent this year is that it's the 50th anniversary of Games Workshop as a company, which is quite a milestone. And it got us to thinking about.
This is so weird.
Right? I've been in the Games Workshop hobby now for
50 years, dang.
And except for my wife, all of my favorite people in my life, all of my best friends.
What?
I've met through the Warhammer.
He's married?
You're welcome.
Good for him.
And many of them at events exactly like this. I've been to birthdays and christenings and weddings and funerals, all with these wonderful friends. That
I don't even know if the subtitles are gonna be good, chat. I'll be honest.
Brought into my life, and that's a real boon to me. I think Games Workshop.
They're disabled. I can't put them on. I'm sorry. I would if I could, but it says they're disabled.
Lots of celebrations over on our channels, the Warhammer community website, over the next kind of coming weeks as we look at the 50 years of Games Workshop and celebrate this amazing hobby we're all part of.
Awesome. So.
But you didn't come for that, did you?
You did not come for that.
Nope.
So.
Did not come for you.
Now is to tell,
that sounded bad.
How the rest of this show is going to work.
Forgive me.
Hour and 15 minutes or so.
Oh.
We've got loads of fantastic Warhammer reveals for you from all sorts of settings. I listed them all out in that video that we did a while ago. But we've got Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we've got the Old World, we've got the Horus Heresy next Monday, and Warhammer 40,000. So there's loads of great stuff to enjoy. Should we start with our first reveal?
I think we should have our first reveal. We waited long enough.
Right, well, let's run the show.
Oh my gosh, I'm... Ugh, I did not like that smile. That was terrible. I don't know. like they try too hard on their board games and stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's just me. Perhaps
we are
I'm picky,
really
but
excited to preview to you today Warhammer Quest Darkwater, the latest iteration of the extremely popular Warhammer Quest series, and it's a fantastic adventure game set in the mortal realms. Eddie, what can you tell us about Darkwater?
Yeah, so those of you who are familiar with Warhammer Quest, you might have played some of the Warhammer Quests in the past. It is effectively you and a band of friends go on an adventure into the darker, more grim places within the Warhammer setting. In this particular one, you are going into the Jade Abbey, which is deep in the realm of life in an area corrupted by Nurgle. And as you saw there in the video, there is an amazing range of Maggotkin of Nurgle miniatures in that box set for your heroes to fight against. So
yeah, they're like trying to
Yeah,
do
let's see the models.
D&D.
so some
The
of
models
ones we
looked
have
cool.
already had a chance to look at on the Warhammer community website. We've previewed a few of the heroes already. We'll have a quick rattle through some of those. But first off, this is the full box set spread there, and you can see you've got a whole bunch of new Warhammer miniatures in there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's everything you need to have these outstanding
There.
adventures and to explore the Jade Abbey. We'll talk in more detail about some of the things that, if you are familiar with previous...
It's not my
iterations of Warhammer
fault.
Quest, might be
Their
raising
audio
questions,
sucks.
in particular the board. Don't worry, we'll show you everything you need to know. Let's look in some detail at the miniatures. He says. Any
Tension
moment now.
is
I mean,
incredible.
I can describe them here on the map for you while we wait for the next tile to come along. I'll tell you about the map while we wait for the... Oh, there we
There
go.
it is, there it
Thanks,
is.
Save from having the ad-lib. Good lord.
I do like this
here is
helmet.
Edmarc Valoran.
Very
Known as the
impractical, but I
Master
love it.
He
And the shield. I'm a sucker for the lion imagery.
mortal warrior in the service.
Heraldry, really. Sorry.
Looking for a quest worthy to prove those skills, and so he's joined this mission into the Jade Abbey to redeem it from the clutches of Nurgle. If you want to be
It's a smooth paint job.
arrogant and expert warrior and just like wail on the enemy with a big war axe,
It's a manticore technically,
Very
but
cool miniature. We have seen this one before already.
it's still mostly a lion.
Some of the next heroes, hopefully, that we can have a look at. Here we are. There's another one that we have, I think, seen already, but a very cool model, so we'll just look at it for a little bit.
Chat.
This is Anara Scion, the Cleansing Blade.
She's
Is
holding-
one of the last survivors of the Jade Abbey's fall.
She's holding
come
a
back,
jug of her own
with the
bath
power
water.
of the realm of Byron to try and cleanse the forces of
Would you
the
ask her for a
fallen.
sip? Type
the
1 in
other
chat if you would
four,
ask
the
her for
other,
a sip.
Characters that we've already previewed. The next one up should be. There we go. Anara's still showing off to everybody. She carries an amphora of the cleansing waters that the Jade Abbey were once famous
Ooh,
for.
yes, they'll
And
cleanse
plans to
you.
use it
All
to
right.
restore life to the Abbey. This is Bren Tylis, the renegade saint. She's the descendant of a real proper saint, but she's lived her life. She's lived her life as a warrior mercenary, and now feels a higher call. So she scavenged the armor of her ancestor, her forebear, and she's
So she
joining this
she
quest
did
to
grave
try and
robbing.
rescue herself.
She engaged in grave robbing.
Thinking that name, the
This is a
renegade saint.
weird armor piece on her
The
legs.
next one that we have seen already might be your favorite. Of the
That looks
boxes.
so
This is
bizarre. I
my
need to
favourite
look at
of the
that in
heroes
person.
the box by a long way. I've waited quite a long time to see a Duardin that looks like this. This is Drolf Ironhead, the arch enemy in Darkwater. Enacted a horror on his hold and flooded it with fetid waters and drove his people out. So he's on a vengeance quest. He's joined this mission into Darkwater to seek revenge for what happened.
He does look cool.
Just a really cool classic.
I just feel like he doesn't have a lot of pizzazz like the other minis do. Aside from the bathwater chick. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name.
New, shall we? Here we are. This
There
is,
we go.
Helfanor, the Forest Prince. This is a Kernopi
So
hero.
it is
so
a
Silver
wood
Nephilim,
elf, technically.
follower of the god
This
of
is
the
one of the
hunt,
shadows.
and he is a prince of his people on his quest to find the biggest, scariest monster he can and kill it in the name of the god of hunting. And he has picked out the demon prince that lives, that squats at the heart of the Jade Abbey to kill. He is going to claim that head for the...
What is it? Tell us what the monster is.
Fantastic.
Spoil it for me.
A really unusual hero.
Hey,
I know,
chat,
right?
should I
I don't
knock?
know if you can hear it at home.
Should I ask them if I could join their stream?
This is Drasha Vaughn.
I'm not gonna do that.
This is Drasha Vaughn. He's a chieftain of a tribe of savage warriors who live in the realm of life. And he's got an interesting thing on his side. You can see the Ebon Claw, which gives him this power to take on a more feral savage.
And this is how
And he's
Aurelia
here for blood. He's absolutely
got blacklisted by GW.
his people, they live by the rivers that flow through it, and their lands are now corrupted and polluted by the sort of toxins that come out of the Jade Abbey since its fall.
Absolutely. Yeah, very cool. There is, you can see him from various different angles. He was once a man, is slowly morphing into...
He's okay. I think they're cowards for not giving him more legs for us to look at. Like, I want more beast legs.
My favorite from the box, this is Jacobus Vine, the Jade Wizard. We've had Jade Wizards in...
Oh, he got them dogs out. He got them dogs out, chat.
This is a mage from the Realm of Life and the Realm of Gyron, and as you can see there, he's accompanied by Spiked Spirit of the Realm of Gyron there. He has a little owl creature on his shoulder and a fox-like dog spirits that runs around with him.
Yeah, essentially his wooden dog called Whisper, and that's a really useful playing piece within the game.
Old man grippers.
He's fantastic.
He's got to have really tough, like, the soles of his feet are really tough.
I think if I was walking around in Nurgle's garden, I wouldn't want to touch the ground with my feet either.
Well, I would just put on
those are the
shoes.
heroes, that's your choices.
Realistically, I would just put on shoes.
You get together with a bunch of your friends and fight through against the various horrible denizens of the Jade Abbey.
Oh, well, I don't want to be touch the Garden of Nurgle.
Almost cute. These are the Maya Kelpies. These are horrible.
Froggy might find them cute.
Sort of
I don't agree.
Around in the disgusting waters that sort of run ankle deep throughout the entirety of the Jade Abbey.
Thank you, Scenic, for the for subscribing.
If you find yourself cornered, they'll surround you and pull you down. You have to be careful about them at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of made of the horrible infested fen water of the Jade Abbey that is infested with Nurgle's curses and plagues.
I like the concept. I just don't call them cute.
We have something a little bit... Oh, no, sorry. Before we get there, we have the treasure token. So even...
Okay, but he's derpy. He's derpy.
And infested, and you have to pull them from the slimy claws of a demon of Nurgle.
The one with the big eye is just adorable, isn't it?
It is a little bit
He's
adorable, but
derpy.
also sort of gross.
Yes, I agree.
There we are. Those are the treasure
And Hawk,
tokens.
thank
There's
you
a
so
couple of those
much
in the box
for
as well. They
subscribing with
represent
Prime.
things that you're trying to find, and I guess you're trying to get.
This is me when I have a headache.
If you look at the symbol on the hill, I don't think that's the sword
I don't want to touch that really, but your heroes do because it gives them bonuses. So there you go. Next up on the monster list, though, we have the Pox Wretches. These are effectively.
Don't confuse those with Pox Walkers.
Infected by Nurgle. They are your sort of zombie equivalent, shambling hordes that move towards your heroes. Individually, again, not all that scary, although certainly scarier than Maya Kelpies. But together they can drag your heroes down, and those rusted blades you definitely don't want to get stabbed by. You get quite a lot of these in the box.
Yeah, there's loads of interesting cues as well that sort of key into Nurgle and what we know about it, the sort of swollen limbs and the pustules and the buboes and things. But a thing to look for is all these walls, these circular patterns that you see
It's
on
gross.
war gear. That's a recurring motif throughout the Jade Abbey, and was sort of once, I guess, connected to the realm of life and the sort of the positive things. You saw it on the Jade Wizard's staff, but now it's been corrupted and subverted into something entirely unpleasant.
Yeah, you can see the kind of symbol of Gyron is slowly morphing into the symbol of Nurgle there on the guy's breastplates. But there we go, that's the Pox Wretches. One step up from those are the Maggotkin of Nurgle Pestigors. Pestigors, obviously part of Warhammer for a long time. Oh, we can hear some big fans of Pestigors in the crowd there.
The Pestigor Massive have turned out.
I guess.
As they say. So there's a whole bunch of these guys. They are sort of rotten goats with various different farming implements and shields and all sorts of things.
He's got
As you would
a
imagine,
head.
These are beast men, so they're fairly durable. They hit fairly hard. They're certainly a step up from the Pox Wretches. And if you get into a fight with too many of these, they will drag your heroes down.
Perfect. But there are bigger and more dangerous things to be found inside the Jade Abbey than these. These are the Cankerborn.
Yeah, that's a good name.
This is what it looks like. We've seen what it looks like when demons possess weapons or demons possess creatures. This is what it looks like when demons literally possess the ground.
The ground?
Hideous conglomerations
How?
of the ground of the Jade Abbey.
How do you?
Demonic essence.
How do you possess the ground?
They've got 3 heads that look like plague bearers.
I
foul creatures.
I would like some clarification, because usually there's like a life essence when you're possessing something. The
land around them, and these
ground.
sort of like henge-like structures are kind of coming out of the ground. They
The
would
same way
previously
you
been
possess a
sort
tree,
of
but at
separate
least a
henge,
tree is a
of
closed
Gyron,
entity.
but he's been
The
well and
ground
truly affected,
isn't.
by Nurgle.
I'm
You can
questioning
see
the
the heads are
logic.
quite reminiscent of a plague bearer, but these guys stand almost
I want my lore to
50%
be
again taller
consistent
than a normal
and
plague bearer.
like
They've got,
reasonable,
kind of
but it's
triple
GW, so I
eyes
guess
on
it's
the
too
front
much
of
to
Nurgle.
ask.
They are a pretty formidable foe for your heroes to face.
Absolutely. Next, I think is probably going to get the biggest reaction. Here is my hunch after we've seen these. These are the Blight Templars.
Yeah, so this is an elite unit of Maggotkin. They are effectively the former Templar defenders of the Jade Abbey, fallen
Okay.
to the
So there
plagues
is
of
some
Nurgle,
branches
so
in this
very well
Nurgle
armored
design we
and
have
very
here,
durable.
but it is not
You know,
the.
Knights of Nurgle, effectively, and these are some of the toughest.
It's not
troops
the
your guys are gonna face as you
silhouette we
march
saw
through the
earlier.
Jade Abbey.
Absolutely.
In Darktide, they possess pipes.
Blight Templars.
You
This is
mean
my favorite model in the set. If you didn't hear that at home, that was the crowd going wild for these guys. This is
Look,
Molgoth the Cleaver.
you know
and
what he
is,
does in his free
an
time?
officer amongst the Blight Templars.
I will not elaborate.
There's a lot to talk about.
But
here,
his axe
essentially,
is kind of
think of
cool. I
him
do
as
like the axe.
a superior henchman level character, which your heroes are going to really struggle to fight. Everything about this model just screams Golden Demon.
Yeah, I think this is a phenomenally cool model. I'd be very surprised if we didn't see some painters do some wonderful things with this.
Yeah,
I
look at
think
the
anything
fly
Nurgle
on
really
this, the
lends itself to a
breastplate.
little
I
bit
do
more
like
got
that
the
sculpt. It
time.
is nice.
Some of the things on there, that enormous arm with the symbol of Gyron on it, that huge axe.
For me, it's the debossed fly. His breastplate. It's really good.
He's got antlers there as well. That's kind of a recurring theme.
Yeah,
across some of
they
these,
look
Nurgle
very
lineages,
Death
is the
Guard.
corruption of the realm of Gyron, which previously would have had, antlers would have been a symbol of the hunter and god of Kurnoth, but they've all been corrupted in the name of.
But at least, like, honestly, you could
Where do we go
you
from
could
here?
probably
This is
do some
Balhum,
swapping.
The shaman. He's the nominal leader of the Pestigor, which infest the Jade Abbey.
What is he holding? Is that a heart?
Model, and I can imagine you'll find some use for him beyond Darkwater, should you so desire.
Yeah, he looks like a fairly unpleasant character. He's going to be leading those Pestigor. Also gives a little bit of magical trouble for your heroes to have to deal with. He's one of the sort of...
Because that's a heart. That's a very big heart.
That you've got to overcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's more.
This is perhaps the most disturbing model in the set.
Oh.
It's just super gross.
Ooh.
It gets worse the longer you look at it.
Ew, that's her body.
Belga the Cyst Witch. So within the Jade Abbey, back when it was a place
Oh.
of life and fecundity, there was an order of sisters that maintained.
Show us the back. I want to see the back on this now.
And grasping lady who wanted more power than she was. due.
Because does she have a
Sided
butt?
with the coup that
No,
eventually closed
cowards.
the Jade Abbey down.
Okay, so
And
wait, she
this
is.
is her reward.
Wait, there's
She has an
two.
enormous maggoty body that
There's three.
appears from,
Wait.
It's just absolutely
Let me see the whole
horrid.
model.
There
Hold
are
on, there's
two
like
more
three-
sisters also in the body. if you
Okay.
look carefully. This is completely repugnant in absolutely the best way.
Oh,
Absolutely gross. Absolutely gross. But there's more. That's
What?
not quite finished yet.
mods,
Last
get that
up,
guy.
we have
Get
the,
that guy.
the
Take him
leader
out
of
back.
the forces
You
of
should
Nurgle,
not. You
the
should not.
youngest
No.
Custodes,
You
who
would
is the
die.
demon
Correct.
prince of Nurgle, squatting at the center of the Jade Abbey, leading those forces. A former Templar
Ooh.
of the Abbey himself.
Yeah, this is the guy. I was like, I do not. I hate this
for
smile.
infesting the Jade Abbey
Terrible.
in the name of
Terrible.
Nurgle. Absolutely horrible, but still phenomenal miniature.
I mean, everything about this guy just screams like superior, like boss character.
This makes me think of, oh
enormous,
man,
powerful,
something from Nightmare Before Christmas. This face. I can't remember what it reminds me of. Oh, the sword though. That looks like freehand. Or is that part of the sculpt?
So we've talked at some length about
I think it's part of the
different,
sculpt.
miniatures
That's
you can find
really
inside the
cool.
set. It's all really just an incredible selection of models for you to play your game
Ooh,
with.
no,
There's
get
more
him
to the
off
set
my
than just
screen.
that. So let's look at some of the other things that come inside it and help you play your games.
Hopefully. There we are.
So there's the box. I mean, that's useful to put it all back in at the end of the night. So
Look,
this
just
book
because
here
he's happy doesn't mean he's not
is your
evil.
map for when you're playing Warhammer Quest Dark Water. It's an incredible map book. The next image will show you what it looks like when you open it up. Every scenario inside the game is a different spread within this map book. So you lay it open, it lies flat.
Okay.
What this means for your gaming night is that you can be playing inside of 5 minutes, right? You get your friends round, you decide which scenario you're playing, you lay your map down, and you are playing immediately.
I think that it's very handy. It's very quick. Each level represents like a different delving into the Jade Abbey itself. I think to really get a sense of how this works, it's probably best to see it for yourself.
I wonder how many people play these like board games. They come out with them frequently enough, so some people just have to buy them. But like, is it because they do they buy them for the minis, or do they buy them for the actual game?
Across, from over the ocean.
Why does their table shake so much? Oh my gosh.
He might be able to show you some of the frames that come in it, as
Yeah.
well as the sort of the material
Which,
to do with the gaming.
don't get me wrong, these are kind of
We've
cool
got the camera on
minis,
now.
but
So this is
like,
the frames that all the heroes come on. So you see, they're all sort of easy to build models, as in they're relatively simple to put together.
yeah, they don't look too complicated.
Heroes come on sort of that beige color frame. So if you don't want to paint your models before you play your first game, you don't have to. You'll be able to tell who's who, because all the bad guys will be grey and all the good guys will be this sort of.
Oh,
bony colour.
that is super helpful.
Yeah, so Eddie's got the frame which has got the sort of the character villains on it. On the back of Gelga's bust, he has folded fly wings. He's a really disgusting character.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, I love that.
Deep inside the box, there's a second box, and that's where all of the sort of the material for
It's a box in a box.
playing the game is found.
Matryoshka.
So it's full of cards and things. On the right-hand side of the screen now, as you look at it, that's the.
Oh my god. Am I just fat? He said there are cards and things,
Just set up a map
but
for
my
playing the
brain
game.
heard carbs and things.
If you've ever spent hours hunting
Am
around
I
for the
hungry,
tile,
or am I
just wanna make
fat?
your game tonight with your friends and family. And the crowd is responding really quite warmly to this. Each of these is an entirely different scenario and situation, which means you've got hours and hours of just fantastic.
Why not
gameplay
both?
to enjoy
Aww.
as you delve through the Jade Abbey and attempt to deliver it from the hands of Gelga's.
I mean, that's fair. You don't know what I actually look like,
You know what, Adam? All of this.
but I'm not fat. Well, I'll make that clear.
We need for some Age of Sigmar Nurgle.
You want to look at some Age of
I
Sigmar
just
stuff?
wish there was more than just the Nurgle stuff that was in that box.
Why don't we see what's next up on the show? I'm looking at the screen, waiting for the next image to arrive. Actually, we're going to take a technical break for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna turn this down. Okay, I was worried their music was gonna be like, okay, I hope they fix the audio problems. The armor adds 100 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they'll come back. Like I've preemptively turned them down just in case. I'm gonna see what the chat is saying. Dude, oh my gosh. This is, hang on. This button right here is screaming to me like the freaking Green Goblin mask. Oh my gosh. I have never wanted to push a button more in my life. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's how I get blacklisted. But they should turn that feature off if they don't want people to press the button. It says knock. It's a Twitch feature where if someone is live and you are on their list of... If you're on their list of people that can join their stream, you can do that. However, I know Warhammer, like GW, has not changed their settings. So basically anyone can knock and request and like see if they can join their stream. I have it set to like certain people can only ask me. Like I won't get like random people asking me. So it was basically like, do I ask them? Do I press the button? Oh, someone has to have pressed it, and I'm sure on previous streams too. They'll probably, I wouldn't recommend doing it. It's if you are streaming, like if you're live, if you do it as a non-streamer, they will probably just ban you. I wouldn't do it. And even as myself, I'm not gonna do it. Where's the unpaid intern to turn that setting off? Honestly, they shouldn't have it on. It takes 2 seconds. It's even faster because you can search it in the settings bar. I hope they get it fixed though. It is a little like trippy because they're in another room, so it like echoes. You miss 100% of the chances you don't take. They will not let me. Not when there are what? There was 6,000 people when I first... How many are there now? Yeah, 6,000 people. They would not. They would not accept my request. And they would look into it and then I would get blacklisted. And I would like to not get their ire. I mean, yes, that is true. Pretty much, if you disagree with them on anything, you're blacklisted. From what I've seen. They will not take any criticism. But I would like to not be on their I would like to be on their good side because, you know what? They could make my life very difficult. They could make my life very difficult if I decided to antagonize them, and I would like to not. Yeah, alright, I got my stretching and I did hydrate earlier. Do you want me to... is this bothering you guys that I'm not getting channel points from the green button? Is it bothering you? I don't even know if they have redeems. I don't even know if they have redeems. Other than, like, put emotes on the screen and stuff. I would need a full rebrand, and I don't want to do that. Likely, I would need a full rebrand. So we're not gonna mess with it. What I think about the Nurgle model, disgusting, but that's par for the course. I don't like Nurgle in general, and I'll turn them down a little bit. To put it simply, they do a great job making their models look gross. I do agree with you, Dino Fan. I think if... Okay. Actually, I think this for, like, any person that is putting themselves... Person or company that is public-facing. If you... You can't behave in a manner where you can't accept criticism. Like, if you go out of your way to be like, well, you suck, or we're gonna blacklist you because you, like, talked bad about us. Like, and it's minor stuff, like minor criticism, and then we blacklist you. That's bad. Like, as a streamer, I also agree. You are open to criticism at any time. You kind of just have to accept that. It's part of what being online is about. Oh, I liked how they, sorry, I just liked how the pinned comment. They are aware about the audio. We're fixing it. Stop bothering us. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to be able to accept criticism gracefully. Like, if people are being unreasonable and fair, you can be like, okay, well, yeah, sucks to suck, man. But if you can't accept criticism, it's not good for you in the long run. There's always something to learn. You're never gonna do something 100% perfectly. It's yeah, so it does sound like a lot of companies, organizations, and even people, like, I'm not saying it's easy, but like Like I read all of the comments, and even the ones that are like that they're not very flattering, I read them because I'm like, okay, what can I learn? Even if they like piss me off and I'm like, man, that's stupid. You're stupid. Why would you say that? I'm like, okay, well, what could I have done better? What could I have done better to avoid this incident? Is there actually something I could have done, or is it something that, you know, I couldn't control? So there's always something to be learned. Is it fun? No, it sucks. But if you act like, hey, I can learn something from this, you're better off. How could anyone hate Aurelia? Well, I could think of maybe a couple reasons why they might dislike me. I don't know why they would hate me. I could think of a couple reasons probably, but you know, I just try to be a reasonable, even-keeled person. If you put yourself in the spotlight, prepared to be made a clown. Yep. Yes. Especially if you're a VTuber. Yeah, if someone says like, oh, you suck, but don't explain why, like, yeah. Like, if they have a legitimate grievance, that's fair. It's fair. GW as a company has a lot of loose cannons with pretty bad egos. Looking back at the fan animator debacle, ugh. Yeah. That whole situation just makes me very sad. If I own GW, I'd reverse that. Immediately. Immediately. And probably... Now, don't tell the shareholders this. I'd probably get rid of Warhammer Plus. I probably would, if I'm being honest. Not sure what's going on here, but that looks like an amazing... But that model looks amazing. Oh, thank you, Katsu. We are looking at the Warhammer previews, but they have technical issues, so we're chatting. And we're just kind of talking about whatever. But, yeah. Yeah, going private, honestly, for companies is the way to go. Like, if we're being real, I won't get into it very much, but, like, the shareholders, man. Yeah, if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device, yeah, that was a sad ending. But I don't even think they'd go back and finish it, even if they got the blessing from GW. I don't even know if they would. They've just been burned way too bad by them. Good to hear. When do you plan to buy the majority of the shares? Can I chip in? I was talking to someone about this, and honestly, it would have to be like a group of friends where we'd have to band together and buy the shares. It's so many shares, man. Like, you'd have to get a bunch of people to go in and buy them. Couldn't just be one individual. Even though I'd love to, man. Support me in my dreams. We're gonna buy GW and we're gonna take it back for the people. And, you know, inevitably we have to have an American take over the UK business. That would be so funny. The American arrogance. I can run it better than you Brits. You billions, I think. I think billions is the number. The hosts are doing some crowd work right now. Okay. Yeah. We'll be here for a bit then. But it's fine. I actually wanted to chat before, but I got sidetracked by other things. Yes. No. Don't antagonize GW. Please do not. Please do not. We're not testing that. They're just gonna ban you. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do that. It's a lot of figures. It's gonna be a lot of figures, and I'm not talking minifigures, even though those are also very expensive. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you have to go, but I understand. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day. Let's see here. But yes, I would really like to. Honestly, it would be... And here's the thing. Here's the thing, chat. I'll be 100% honest. I'm not expecting this to happen, but if I ever did get to the point where me and a bunch of friends could, like, buy a large amount of shares in like, GW, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you about it. Because I would want to have the most, like... I would like to have the, like, the closest ear to the ground and, like, get a pulse for what the, for, like, what the community actually wants. I wouldn't tell you, but there would be signs. No. It would be so hard, because I'd be so tempted. But no, I wouldn't tell you. As of November 2025, Games Workshop has a market cap of 5.04 billion pounds. Wow. The signs would be that your guys's comments would be listened to, and also the animation thing would be redacted. It's like, time to move GW to the United States. So we don't deal with IP laws. Who gave you a business degree, Aurelia? How are you gonna run that behemoth of a company? I'm not gonna be the CEO. I'm gonna be a shareholder. I couldn't be the CEO because then you'd know my real name, and you can't know that. Because it's like 300 names long, and it would be like way too complicated. It'd be way too complicated at that point. Shh. I don't need your business talk and strategy interrupting my fantasies of owning the majority of the stock in GW so I can make them do whatever I want. I don't need your logic and common sense, no. I definitely know how to business. If you're a CEO, how many Custodes models would come out then? See, I have all the ideas, but they're not ideas shareholders would like. I would try to bring like the community, like I would try to give it back to the hands of the people and not the shareholders, even though, bro, you guys are putting the Aurelia emotes in there. I saw that. You guys put the Aurelia emotes in there. In the Warhammer chat. I saw that. Was that Dino Fan? I think that was Dino Fan. Yep, there's there right there. Look, Ma, I'm on the big screen. Anyways. I also saw someone else. I also saw someone else's name in chat earlier. What was I saying? Added bonus, if you own GWs, you get to hang out with Henry Cavill. I mean, there's probably some element of that. It's not like he lives there, though. No, I was saying I would do things that are not great for shareholders. Like, shareholders would not be happy with me. Fellow shareholders, I'd be like, look. But, like, I could pitch it to them like, look, it might suck right now, but in the long run, we're going to be much more profitable. Like, the company's going to be much more profitable as a result if we make these changes. Okay? Like, I've got ideas. Greetings, man thing. You're right, I am a human. Look, someone called me a human. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Someone knows what they're talking about. Did they say 2 minutes like 20 minutes ago? Has it been 20 minutes? I'm just used to yapping. Shareholders don't care about the long term. I know they don't. But happy fans buy more. I agree. And will buy more in the long run. Just buy everything out, go private, and give the shareholders a middle finger. You make that sound so easy. Oh! Okay, this is a test. They're playing this again. It's not ear-blastingly terrible, so that's good. I'm gonna go back in my corner. I like that guy's outfit. He made me think of like a rogue trader.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully we are back alive on the stream.
It's worse.
We have all. Thank you very much for staying with us through this technical difficulty. We have just seen the incredible new Warhammer Quest Darkwater, and we're going to move swiftly on, as quickly as we can, to the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up soon.
We're staying in the mortal realms of more Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Okay,
Let's roll the
it's
next
stabilizing.
slide. Here we go. So we've seen Darkwater.
Oh, look at the comments.
What would be cool
It's
after all those
worse.
fantastic miniatures would be if we'd had a bit more Maggotkin of Nurgle.
Ew! Ugh! Disgusting. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so funny. That's classic GW right there. Oh, yeah, nope. They were right. It was a Nurgle model. I thought it might be Skaven. I was wrong. Ew. Oh, the horses. That's not... Oh, it's Festus. I hate Festus. I killed him in Total War recently. Very happy he's dead. Oh my gosh, he was irritating. Man, Froggy...
What a fantastic reveal
Eating
of new...
good.
What a fantastic reveal of new Maggotkin of Nurgle for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The crowd really received some of those things in an excited way. Eddie, let's start breaking down what we just saw.
Absolutely. So this is an enormous new expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Maggotkin of Nurgle. There are loads of new kits. This is the largest release of Maggotkin of Nurgle we've had really since the end times, when we saw a huge wave of miniatures come out. Let's start off with the Pestigors. This is even more Pestigors coming out in addition to the ones that are coming out in
I don't care for them.
Warhammer Quest Darkwater. These are a different kit.
Is this
a
Michael
multi-part
K?
plastic
No.
kit. You can make them in
Let
loads of
me-
different ways.
let me
And
tap
they're
the
just as
sign
gross
again.
And weird and goat-like as you would hope a Pestigor unit would be.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's not
you can
me,
see
it's them.
sort of all the hallmarks you'd expect from Pestigor, the horrible distended flesh and legions and buboes and things. And it's a perfect unit to sacrifice in battle as you're trying to win glory for Nurgle.
Absolutely. If you ever wonder what it looked like if you shave a very ill goat and give it a halberd and then send it into combat, this is exactly what that looks like.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I don't know about
But they're
that.
not the only new infantry models that we saw in this crunch of reveals. I'm really excited by the next one. We have the Rot Swords. He says a little early. There we go. These are the Rot Swords, which are a line infantry
Ooh,
unit for the
look at
Maggotkin of Nurgle.
The samurai-esque armor here.
In a Nurgle force.
Oh.
They are incredibly durable, highly skilled warriors who can
And now they're very
absolutely
quiet.
keep on fighting through it.
Yeah, this is your battle line unit effectively for Maggotkin of Nurgle. There's a nice multi-part kit there. You've got banners, musicians, champions in there. This is the thing that's going to be the bulk of
How is
your
it even
force,
worse?
able to kind of take
Honestly,
charge
the
from
comments
enemies.
are so
They can
funny.
obviously dish out the pain because they've got Nurgle weapons that can infest their enemies as well. But this is just a unit that can take a charge like almost no other in Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, absolutely. The fantastic opportunities here for painting and doing brilliant effects. The models are so detailed, but I think you could also paint these very quickly if you wanted to as well.
That last guy, the guy before this one, he had this one. He has the onion guy from Dark Souls. What's his name? He has a similar helmet. I like the helmet because it reminds me of that guy. The onion guy. You know what I'm talking about, guys?
We saw more than just these. The next unit on the way are the Putrid Blight Kings. We've been familiar with Putrid Blight Kings for a while. These
Sigmar, thank you.
Something of a glow up, a little bit of a change of the aesthetic. They now really are the priests of Nurgle. You see that with these robes and the way that they're presenting themselves as like almost like a priestly, I guess I've used the word already, vision of Nurgle worship.
Yeah, so there's a theme across a lot of the Maggotkin of Nurgle, which is the corruption of the realm of life, and you see that there with those mutated, horrible antlers. So they've taken symbols of life and abundance and corrupted it.
Ew.
And they are just an absolutely horrendous-looking unit. They look lovely on the battlefield. Alongside
I hope they're reading their own chat. Are they recommending things?
Don't sweat it if you've got lots of
King.
future Blight Kings. You can just use them as well. It's fine.
Very cool unit.
They look so good, don't they?
Next up, I think, is my favorite.
Will the real audio engineer please stand
Auri
up?
For the Maggotkin of Nurgle, the Sloven Knights.
Ew,
A very
that's
popular unit we
nasty.
released in a not too distant past. Was
Ew.
the Harbinger of Decay. That was
No,
the
I
Nurgle
can't.
champion on a horse,
And
now he has an
the
entire
bloat,
unit to
oh.
lead. This is a shock cavalry unit. They are effectively
Why?
Chaos Knights. They've got some really tasty rules. in
They
game.
look cool, but they look nasty.
It's very handy little thing to have.
You roll an all-important 3+, and the unit you're engaged with will strike last no matter what. That is a powerful ability. And these hit like an absolute freight train when they come in as well. There's this fantastic-looking unit. But it's fair to say the main event of this release has got to be
Ugh.
Festus the Leech Lord.
Yeah. Ew.
A
It's
hero that we're
leaching
familiar
from
with
his
from,
gut.
the world that was, now fully imbued as a demon prince of Nurgle, riding an enormous slug-like creature. He's just foul.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
is a character that we've known for quite a
disgusting.
long time. He plays an important role in the forces of Nurgle during the end times and has been blessed by the powers of Nurgle. He's been given an enormous leech. So now the kind of Leech Lord makes sense. You've got a couple of alternate face options there. You can have Happy Leech Lord or Sad Leech Lord if you want.
And if you want to know what to call his mount, it's called Gatho Blight.
Gatho Blights, oh, that's cool. He's got some very cool rules in game as well. He's able to both through magic and
don't
in
forget the
combat,
body he
basically
is back
suck,
here too.
The power out of nearby enemy units, power himself up, heal himself.
Oh.
Just a really useful leader, really useful piece for your Nurgle armies. I think again this is a really good candidate for a painter as well. Loads of lovely details on the back there. He's brought his kind of weird collection of concoctions and putrid things with him. And sits right at home at the center of your Maggotkin army.
Yeah, fantastic.
Nasty.
And where
Thanks,
might
I
one
hate
learn
it.
about all of these exciting new models?
That's a great
and
question,
Their
Adam.
rules, well, it will come as no surprise. There will be a new Chaos Battle Tome for Maggotkin of Nurgle. This is everything you need to understand all their lore and the stories and things that surround them, but also how to use them in your games.
Yeah, absolutely. More than one new book on it. Oh, sorry, there's something else here. So we've also got some Regiments of Renown alongside the Battle Tome. There are several Regiments of Renown
hate this tree.
inside the new Battle Tome. One of them is going to be made available as a new box set. This is a pustule. There's also a new Spearhead, which has, amongst other things, loads of Nurglings in.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody here play Spearhead? We've been playing a lot of Spearhead back in our office.
You want it
I'm
as
quite
a
enjoying
pet?
it.
They're
And,
terrible.
This one gives you
That's
a
nasty.
givering horde of little Nurglings to turn loose on the enemy. I'm quite excited by it. Also, there is another book on the way. Eddie, what is Blighted Wilds?
So we have another narrative expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a Path to Glory book, and this effectively allows you to play games in the Blighted Wild, which is within the realm of Gyron that has been infested by the forces of Nurgle. So you can play through either as the forces of Nurgle trying to corrupt it, or as the forces trying to drive back or hold back the Plague's legions.
Fantastic. Whew, there we go. That was our Warhammer Age of Sigmar segment.
They couldn't hide the
How we
Apple
doing?
logo
Right.
completely.
So, we're going to take a little bit of a change of pace now and show you something that we're very excited about that you're going to see more of in the next year. So 2026 is looking very good. If you like cool Warhammer animations, let's have a look ahead.
I like them when they're free on YouTube. Okay, I've turned it down just in case. I get a feeling it's gonna be loud.
This is my only chance to atone.
Oh.
What were those things?
Auri.
Oh.
We shall risk everything for this.
How do we fight ghosts?
Then this war will last forever. Begin the ritual. The next wave of greenskins will soon reach our world.
Are they gonna show us a video of that guy they have locked in the basement?
The Emperor will see us through this.
Okay, I won't lie. It would be very cool to be a voice actor for them, but I'm not British.
We will not abandon these souls. You have my word.
Oh, interesting. Okay. There's some Stormcast in there.
Merciful Emperor.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That was really cool.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. We saw loads of like snippets.
I think the sister story is going to be the most interesting.
Give us some insight into some of what we saw.
Yeah, so we're not going to go into too much detail today in terms of the names of some of those things, the titles of them, but we can tell you some of the things about them. These are new animations on their way from Warhammer Plus very soon. There's some factions we absolutely saw there. We've got some Sisters of Battle, Order of the Sacred Rose. There's some Eldari on the way. Aeronautica Imperialis make an appearance. There's some Orcs. There's a couple of Space Marines in the mix there. We've also got the finale of the current season of Black Talon on its way very soon with Be'lakor and Turnus up to their mischievous, devious tricks again. Also in that, we got to see some of the incredible behind-the-scenes work that people do.
That was the thing I thought was really exciting, was seeing the incredible amount of effort and talent that's going into these shows to make them so good, right? When we saw
my
sort
gosh.
of the orchestra playing the score and then the voice
I'm
actress,
sorry, man. That's
performing the lines. Really gives you a sense of how much work's going into these shows.
Yeah, there's a lot of very talented people doing a lot of
what
a very good
weird
work there,
thing
and
to
kind of
say.
make sure,
What
kind
a
of push the
weird
quality
thing to
really
say.
hard
You
to
know
make
what
sure
my
that Warhammer
favorite
can be the
part
best
was?
it can be.
Seeing how
Fantastic. All of
hard
these shows
everyone's
will be
worked on it.
coming
Because
to
we've
Warhammer
worked
Plus in 2026,
really
right?
hard on these episodes.
Black Talent will be
I'm
on its way
sorry.
before that. That's going to be released
Perhaps
this
I'm
year,
just
and then the
jaded.
rest of those
But
shows
that
are
is
on
such
their way
a...
in 26.
Oh, that was...
Fantastic.
that,
And I'm just going to press you a little bit.
so forced.
When the camera panned out and you saw the desks with the monitors, those were Space Marine Terminators.
Okay, they did look like Space Marine Terminators.
Is that a
See,
clue
you
for
could have
something?
said the
I mean,
most
it could
exciting
be,
part
who
if you
knows,
saw
who
it was that
knows?
they had Space Marine Terminators
excited.
on the screen.
I'm
You could have
probably too
said that,
excited.
but no, your
So that
favorite
was
part
fun.
was how
if you
hard
want to watch all of
everyone's
those
worked.
shows and loads more
I'm
besides
sorry.
Warhammer Plus is where you'll find them all.
Sorry.
So, we need to go now to the Age of Darkness and the Horus Heresy.
I love that.
Fantastic. So, we've
That
got some
stare off
exciting
into
things coming
space.
down the road for the Horus Heresy very soon. Here are our first reveals. We are looking at the Legiones Astartes Siege Assault Battle Group. What is a Siege Assault Battle Group, I hear you say? Well, good news, we can explain it.
This is effectively
It's a
a new
battle
box
group
set with loads of new miniatures
that
and a
are
couple
used
of returning ones
for
as well.
sieging
Let's have a look at some of the
and
models. To start
assaulting.
off with, we have the much anticipated Mark III Legion Breacher Squad. This is your Space Marines in iron armor with enormous big shields and all sorts of specialist breaching weapons.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that iron armor is the greatest mark of armor ever invented, and that breaches
It's so
are the
funny.
greatest type of Space Marines ever invented. These ones are just
Iron
for me.
Warriors, they don't strike me as the kind to have like a feathered helm.
You've of course got shields
It
and
looks-
bolt guns.
they look
You've also
cool.
got grab guns in there, cutters for getting through there, bits to make your sergeant, everything you would need from a Legion Breacher squad.
Oh, there's
fantastic.
there's a Steve
Backing them
over
up
here in the
their
corner. You
mission
can't
to,
see him though.
launch
I'm
Siege
blocking
Assault.
it.
We have the very welcome new Cataphracti Terminators.
Yeah. This is 2 kits on their way for Cataphracti Terminators. You've got this one we can see right now with Volkite Charges and Power Balls, and there is also a kit on the way with Combi Bolters and Power Fists. Both of these kits
yeah,
also
these look
include
pretty
upgrades
sick.
for things like heavy weapons. You've got heavy flamers, autocannons, that sort of thing.
Yeah, these are
and
pretty
these
sick.
Cataphracti
I was
are
wrong. It
now
was
scaled in line
4th
with the rest
Legion.
of the Horus Heresy range, so that
Those
they
are just
tower
regular
over
skulls.
anybody wearing power armor foolish enough to challenge them in a fight.
Fantastic. And I think one of the more popular marks of Terminator armor as well.
This is a very
certainly up
cool
there. Also
dreadnought.
in this box set, you have a Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. He isn't new, but he is awesome. He comes with these guys in the box as well. The miniatures will also be available separately as well. So if for some reason you didn't want a Leviathan Dreadnought in your life, it should be crazy. If you didn't want it, you can get these Terminators and the Breacher Squad separately as well.
Fantastic. So all of these things are united by their like of sieging. It's not the only new kit or box set coming along for the Horus Heresy. There is more.
Interesting.
It's
May
not
we
just about
introduce-
Space Marines.
I saw
May we
something, but
introduce you
I
to the
would need to
Mechanicum
look at it again.
Skitarii Battle Group. The stuff in here is mind-blowing. I remember seeing it for the first time and just being absolutely like blown away by it. Let's break down what comes in this set. First are the Skitarii
The one
Battle Pilgrim
Skitarii
Corpus.
fan.
These are
I could
the
hear him.
predecessors to the Skitarii legions that you might know from Warhammer 40,000. At the time of the Horus Heresy, the Mechanicum splits. You end up with 2 fabricated generals, and the Skitarii at that time split under each of those fabricated generals. The ones that side with the
These look
War Master
alright.
under Kelbor Hal go real dark.
I feel like they used the
they come from the
robes
planet named after
so
the
they
god of
didn't have
war,
to
so it's
show
no
off as
surprise,
much
really,
of
that
the
they do
body.
like shedding blood, so certainly the traitor Skitarii go a bit off the rails. But even the loyalist ones at this point are still savage warrior
to be fair,
pilgrims
I
of
don't-
Mars. They are irradiated fanatics.
Off the top of my head, I don't
they're quite a
remember what
different
the
beast, aren't they? You
current
can see
Skitarii
in
look
the
like.
weapons and
Oh,
things that they
Steve.
carry, how different they are.
Look at
This is
that.
their leader. Is the
That actually
Battle
looks a
Pilgrim
lot like
Marshal.
Steve with the
really
lens.
nice multi-part plastic there. You can see some of the different
Look at
options.
that.
You've
It's
got,
actually really
I'm not
close.
even sure what the weapons are called, but you've got a stabby one, a punchy one, and a zappy one.
I mean, that's pretty much exactly what he's got. If you were looking for more details on it, he's got.
Even the servo skull head has got little options on it.
He does have a service gun. There's also another thing. There we go. The Voltrax Stratos Automata, which is available to the Skitarii Battle Pilgrim.
It almost looks like
It's a
Necron
ground
inspired.
unit
I
which
won't
is
lie.
Pushing the edges of what's allowed in technology. And if you're familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 range, you know what some of these things end up becoming.
Yeah, absolutely. So this can go into battle alongside your Skitarii, or you can include it in a wider Mechanicum army. The Skitarii themselves can be fielded almost
does
as a
look like a
self-contained force,
crustacean.
but they can also slot in quite happily into a wider Mechanicum army.
It just makes me feel
this
very
is a great little
Necron-y,
expansion.
though.
If you've already pledged yourself to Mars, to one of the various fabricated generals, this is a welcome expansion.
There's going to be some fun new things to learn about these guys as well. They've got weapons that I wasn't familiar with the name of at this when I discovered them, because they're entirely new. They're carrying Volt Lock weapons, so Volt Lock pistols, Volt Lock arquebuses, and it's more of that like weird esoteric Martian technology that perhaps the wider Imperium hasn't got its hands on and doesn't understand.
It's either a little bit heretical, or Mars just really likes it and doesn't want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. All of the rules and the lore behind these models will be contained in the Steel Hand of Mars, which is a new journal Tactica, which will be coming out for the Horus Heresy soon.
Yeah.
There we go. And here you can see some fantastic spins.
I'm not a
we have the Marshal
Mechanicus
here.
stand, but they look fine.
His pistol was a Volt Lock pistol, for the record. And yeah, I think if you've been enjoying collecting some of the Mechanicum models for your Horus Heresy collection, this is a really welcome addition, right? It helps you build out your force.
Absolutely. So yeah, Heresy fans getting a lot of stuff on the way very soon. Staying in the Age of Darkness, we have a few more things.
But perhaps a little
But a little
smaller.
bit smaller.
There we go. Any Legions Imperialis fans in the room? There we go. So if you like your Heresy small or just far away, then can we interest you in the Saturnine Battle Group? Earlier in the year, Earlier, oh, that was a nice sort of murmur that went across the room. Earlier in the year, we had Saturnine release, which was the new sort of box set for the Horus Heresy. This is the Saturnine models entering the Legions Imperialis game. We've put a model from the big Heresy range alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models. You've got the Saturnine Terminators. Here you can see the
Cool.
Saturnine Command
I don't play,
Squad.
so they're cute looking. They're pretty cute. I won't lie. Oh man. Oh, so someone got fired. Oh my gosh. F's in the chat.
This is the Dreadnought, and look how big it is compared to...
We've got a lovely shot of it next to the normal Saturnine Dreadnought's plasma cannon. If you're curious about how this stacks up against your Warhammer the Horus Heresy Dreadnought, it's about the same size as this plasma cannon. But the advantage, of course, in Legions Imperialis is that you can field entire formations of these guys, right? So you can have an entire Saturnine army.
I love the little tank. I want a little tank.
On the battlefield.
Yeah, also inside this Saturnine battle group, you get some other great additions. You get the Mastodon and the Arachnid weapon platform and Vindicators. All the things you need to have a really great sort of central force. Should you want to unleash the technology gifted by Vulcan on the enemy.
Yeah, the Arachnid weapon platform is worth calling out some new guns it's got, now that it's in Legions Imperialis scale. Along with the quad autocannons, there is also the option for twin Punisher cannon and
the Aurelia heavy frag missile launch.
The HDMI cable slipped out, I guess, so...
weapon platforms to kill whatever your opponent happens to be putting down on the battlefield.
And they look really cool when you get these panning shots.
They do,
Very nice. So, there's more for Legions Imperialis. There is an absolute deluge. This is the Legionis Astartes Combined Arms Battle Group. It's all stuff you've seen before. We won't linger on it too long, other than to say this is a great way of getting a whole bunch of Space Marines for your Legions Imperialis games, like units and tanks and vehicles and all of the good stuff.
It's kind of an army in a box, or certainly a small army, or a very easy way to expand. This is also a box on its way for Solar Auxilia, doing a very similar sort of thing. Loads of different units. You've got some super heavy.
They're adorable.
Some scout units, some
very
Auguries,
cute.
all sorts of stuff.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about super heavies for a moment. My favourite tank in the Horus Heresy, maybe in the entire Warhammer universe, is the Space Marine Legions Astartes Fellblade. Here it is. It comes as like a two-for kit. The other thing inside that kit we just saw is the glaive.
I can't take
it.
It's so little.
Glaive guy. Fantastic.
There are more super heavy tanks on their way for the Space Marines as well as the Fellblade and the glaive. There is a second kit on its way, which makes a Falchion super heavy tank and also a brand new super heavy tank that we've never seen before. The Ascalon super heavy tank with the largest tank portable flamer in
What's
the Age
the
of
lore?
Yeah, that you just really want to burn somebody at this point, don't you?
That is the same size flamer that you get on Titans, just for scale.
That doesn't.
So, the Legions.
I don't know.
Quotas,
I mean,
just,
unless it's a siege weapon specifically, how effective is that really?
So, there's got to be.
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I don't know if that's super
effective. All these things that we
effective.
just showed you. You'll find that in Journal Strategia, The Ruin of the Salamanders. If you really like salamanders,
Like, how
don't look too
effective
close
is
to
that on
cover
a
to
tank?
burn
Like,
Iron Warriors Fellblade driving over your mates.
unless you were like sieging something with
Sorry.
a wooden door.
Someone's going to lose. Sorry, Salamanders.
Right, so we're not quite done in the Age of Darkness. We need to take a tiny detour as we talk about something like new and interesting. If you've been enjoying reading and discovering the Horus Heresy series, we're introducing here for the first time a new.
A new what? You didn't finish. Is this what happens when my streams die for a little bit? Like, oh no, when they die, they just
Saga.
stop.
And the
This is
first
the-
volume in it is Horus Rising. What is the Horus Heresy Saga, I hear you ask? It is 12 volumes, which have been selected by the Black Library to take you through the Horus Heresy. Otherwise, you're facing like 54 books. And so what this does is it includes sort of the main story arc of the heresy and a lot of those main events. So things like Ispan 3, Ispan 5, the betrayal at Calth, Prospero, loads of these key events that you really need to understand to make your way through the whole of the Horus Heresy.
So they just picked the 12 books that are already written.
Holding a copy of the hardback book right now. If you're in the room, come and have a look at the end of the show. It's a beautiful volume, fantastic new artwork. There'll be a paperback edition coming.
Horus does look a little weird in it, just like a tiny bit weird.
These are intended for people who maybe, a lot of us in this room have probably followed the Horus Heresy for years, right? But if you're new and you want to know where to start, well, this is a fantastic start.
Is that Loken on the right?
Horus Rising is one of the most popular
here,
books in
probably.
all of the Black Library.
That's clearly Abaddon. I couldn't tell.
Let's see if we can get some shots of this.
There we go. Exciting. Right.
I didn't realize the Horus Heresy book was that thick.
The thing to talk about with Horus Rising is this is kind of the book that
Horus
launched
Rising.
the Horus Heresy into the fame and the notoriety that we're familiar with today.
It's only 12 novels.
There we go. What a lovely book. There we go.
Yeah,
the
that's
cover art is
probably
fantastic.
Loken.
Horus Lupercal looks like a really swell guy.
I would follow him, definitely.
I think
he's a great guy.
It's all going to
He's
turn
War
out just
Master
fine.
for a reason. He was the War Master.
Who wouldn't trust that guy? Fantastic.
Everyone trusted him. He was a homie.
We are moving on now. We've been to the Age of Darkness. Let's return for a moment to the old world, if we can.
If we can. There's a question.
So, let's play the video.
The enemy are at the walls. Now is the time for every citizen to take up arms. The great mages of the Celestial Court stand with us. Together, we defend our homeland. This great bastion has stood for 3,000 years. It shall not fall today.
Okay. I like the little raven guy, I won't lie. Makes me think of a Kenku from Dungeons and Dragons.
That was pretty cool.
Yes. So, Warhammer the Old World, obviously, has come back. We've gone back to the world that was. It's been a lot of fun for those of us who have gone there.
Yeah, they have range now.
One of the huge stories out of Warhammer the Old World, of course, has been Cathay, which is an army we'd never previously had a chance to visit. We had that army released in the not too distant past, very exciting release, and this is a huge expansion for that faction. There's loads of good stuff on the way, including Astromancers of the Celestial Court.
So,
I love that
until
little
now,
guy.
If you've been using a Grand Cathay army, you've been a little bit limited for your choices of spellcasters on the battlefield, your wizard options. So the Astromancers provide you with a foot wizard and a mounted wizard, so you can include them in your
The longer
units,
the feathers, the better the wizard.
around the battlefield where you need them most, and provide you with some much-needed magical backup.
Look at him.
Multi-part plastic kit as well.
Who is this
lots of
guy?
Cool little options in there. You can have a
Tell
look
me about
at
him.
The different heads and staffs and hands and things that they can
He's
have.
also got a really adorable Onyx Crowman as well.
Yes.
Crow man with him.
Which is a familiar, if you were wondering what it does in the game.
This is basically my
Right,
mods.
Now, in the narrative of what's taking place in the old world right now, a lot of the army of Grand
check out
Cathay
the
is deployed
flag.
to
That
the
is a
old
cool
world proper
flag.
to help reinforce against the hordes of chaos, which are massing in the north, and that leaves the peasant levies the responsibility of manning the Great Bastion. And so that's what we have here. Is some of
He's
the
me
peasant
for
levies.
real.
These are just ordinary
Yeah.
citizen soldiers called to arms. Here you can see them with bows.
They remind me of things when I
not been a lot of
forget them.
missile, units
It's-
in Grand
it's-
Cathay
it's
since it started
accurate.
until now. So these are a really welcome unit. We've also got them with spears if you want.
In game terms, this also gives you like a really useful disposable unit that you
That's
can
where I
have.
was going,
So, currently, you're having to rely on your Jade Warriors, which are really the elite of your forces.
This is your
but sometimes
cannon
you just
fodder,
need a unit
chat.
To kind of get in the way of
Use
something,
them
or
well.
to block a charge, or to fall back, or just to die.
I
so that other
love
units
this
don't have to,
flag. That
and
is
peasants
awesome.
give you
Look
that
at
option,
it.
Basically.
It's a cruel world.
Look at it. It's like a kite.
Now, we talked a little about missile units available to the armies of Grand Cathay. And there are 2 new missile units on the way as part of this reinforcement set. The first are the Iron Hell Gunners. The forges of Nangao have been blazing hot to make new weapons and munitions for the armies of Grand Cathay. The Iron Hell Gunners are functionally blunderbusses. These things tear through heavy infantry at short range, devastating missile troops, and they're reinforced by
I
the
really
Iron Hell
like
Gunners,
the shield with the gun combo.
2 units inside this reinforcement set.
Peak strategy there.
Iron Hail, short range, devastating against large
But
units.
the guys
and then
underneath
you've
the
got
guns, they're going to
flame
lose
gunners,
their
which we'll go to
hearing.
next.
This guy,
so you can see
he's
they've got the
hosed.
purveyors to
Hearing
protect them
gone.
from incoming fire, and then they've got
Good luck, brother.
powerful arquebus-style weapons.
You're not going to hear
The
anything after
detailing
this.
on them is the thing that really excites me. The sort of the fluting on the barrel, all of the the telescopic sights, everything about these just really screams like intricate detail and sculptural work that the Grand Cathay army is quite known for.
Absolutely. And together, added into the artillery you've already got as part of a Cathayan army, you can make an
Don't forget they have
incredibly powerful shooting army
they
for
have
the
three
armies of
scopes
Grand Cathay.
to look
if you
through.
wanted to just put missile troops on the battlefield, have archers and firepower and artillery and rockets and all sorts of stuff, you could make probably the most formidable shooting army in the old world, which is pretty
Yeah,
powerful.
you're certainly right there, aren't you? All of these things will be available first as part of the Defenders of the Grand Bastion, which is a reinforcement set.
Everyone needs a little remind
If
me,
you've not
Bird.
collected
Isn't that
a
just
Grand Cathay army
Duolingo,
before,
though?
You could use this as a starter, but it's
Isn't that
really
just
intended as
Duolingo?
that big block of reinforcements to your existing
Make sure you
force.
do
And
your
it's,
French, your
we should talk about
German,
when
your
this is due out.
Spanish.
It's going to be out like late winter into spring next year.
Yeah, so a little bit of a wait, but not too long. So if you like the look of those and you've not got any Cathay and stuff yet, pick up some Cathay now, get your army ready, and the reinforcements will be along sooner than you know it.
With a little bit of foreshadowing, I mentioned that a lot of the army of Grand Cathay within the narrative of the unfolding lore has gone to the old world to fight against chaos. This book's called The Breaching of the Great Bastion, and it all does not look well back in Grand Cathay. You can see it's all on fire. And so I think we're going to see what the peasant levy is going to have to be dealing with within the story as it unfolds in the old world.
Absolutely.
The
A very
poor
exciting
peasants.
Expansion for the old world and for Grand Cathay.
The moment I said that,
Oh,
Duolingo
that was good.
sent me a message.
Why don't we go forward and have a little bit of a look
I just
at
know.
Necromunda?
Let's do it.
I don't even have Duolingo anymore.
Necromunda. There's
my
quite
gosh.
quite a response to Necromunda here in the room.
Incredible.
There's been a narrative sort of event taking place within Necromunda for a few years now.
Well, we
and
know
you see here,
what
this
mini
is
we're
a
about
new
to
book
see.
that's coming for Necromunda. It's called Spire of Primus.
Someone's
This is part
got,
of the Aranthian succession,
interesting
story
armor
that's unfolding.
choices.
There's been a real power struggle on the planet of Necromunda. The planetary governor was deposed, presumed dead. Noble houses have been vying for power.
He's
This book continues and culminates
it's
some of
like-
that story. With
I'm
the,
sorry, we can't have
real
hips on
appearance
Twitch.
revival of a major player
No
within the
hips
power
on
structure of
Twitch.
Necromunda. This is Ozostium Aranthus. Now, the
So
arc
it
is called
wasn't
the Aranthian
it
Succession,
wasn't Stormcast,
and,
guys.
Ozostium Aranthus is a presence that has been on Necromunda since before the birth of the Imperium.
He's really old. Really old.
He looks well for it, right?
Yeah,
Everything
he
seems
looks
fine.
alright.
I don't know if I would say that. His
how
face
he
is
looks under his helmet.
Gold,
on
and he put
Community.com,
abs on.
There's a picture of him
That
without his
doesn't mean
helmet
he
on.
looks good.
He's not a well man. So essentially, he is attempting the ultimate power coup to take control of Necromunda. I don't want to spoil who and what he is too much, other than to say he's got a really dark and unpleasant past.
I also like how,
and
with his
I
metal
wouldn't want
legs,
to
he
be charged with
decided
my
he's like,
life.
you know what, pantaloons,
He's
those
not
are
a
the
good
way.
guy.
These
Or
like
maybe he is
big
if you like that
poofy
sort of
pants,
thing.
I must
There's a
have
lot of other
them.
kits on the way as well for Necromunda. It's a fairly sizable release of stuff, actually.
Yeah, we've got a few things to talk about. These are the Palanite Justicars. You've seen Palanite enforcers before. It's the responsibility of
Okay,
of
these
every
guys are
planet in the
cool.
Imperium for
I
the
appreciate the
planetary governor
skull, the
to,
servo skull with the
maintain law
wig.
and order. That's not the job of the
That's pretty
SWTC,
great. I won't lie,
or
that's
the
pretty
Lex
awesome.
Imperialis. This is part of that law and order. Palanite Justicars, in particular, dispense
Dude,
justice
emerald
to,
green.
like the noble houses.
Emerald green with the
and
white
so what
face.
you've got here is almost like a snatchshot, right? You've got bailiffs.
And, like,
you've got
gold
the one with his man
detail,
capture,
that
you've got
would-
an executioner.
that would look really
these are,
good.
Going to descend into the hive and wreak justice on wrongdoers, and you can ally them alongside law-abiding gangs.
Yeah, those guys
in
are
your
pretty
economic
neat. I like the way they look.
They're just fantastic.
I love the servo skull has a wig.
This is a Wizard of Oz paint scheme.
It's got
I
that whole
was
sort of like
I was exactly thinking that.
a barrister-looking aesthetic going on.
It reminded
There's
me
some
of
cool things to
the
talk about here.
guards
The-
in Wizard
the
of
manufacturer is
Oz.
a Pullman pattern
And I've
manufacturer.
seen
and you can build
Wicked
whatever
on
variety of ways.
Broadway,
You could
so
be,
there's
like,
that
build
too.
the guy who was
That
kneeling
I was
down or
I was
whatever. There's some
inspired by
options
that. I
here.
won't lie.
I mean,
Blood
hold-
Angels
hold
put
my
abs on their
moment,
armor and they look hot. Look, they can back it up.
Yeah. So,
They can
fantastic
back it
if you're,
up
enjoying the
because of their
Palamites and you want,
dad. I
something
don't
to add
know
to
if
a
this
more
guy
inviting game.
can. Not
Not
anymore.
the only expansion. Necromunda saw a couple of years
look
back
at
saw the return
these
of the squats.
guys.
These are the Ironhead Squat Charter Masters and
Look at
Drill
them.
Masters. This is an expansion for your Ironhead Squat gangs. They provide you with some elite specialist gang champion situation here. They're just brilliant, right? Who doesn't want like a new squat with a pipe?
Yeah, the
power
pipe and the mustache. That's pretty great. That's pretty amazing.
They're champions that add on to an existing
Man, he is biting that with his teeth to keep that pipe up. That's a huge pipe, too.
The existing squats that you've already got, these are kind of the elite. These are what Charter Masters effectively means that they've earned their high rank within the squat hierarchy.
Look,
and as a result,
don't
kitted out
make
with some
fun
the
of me
best equipment.
talking
They've got
about
very good
minis.
armor, they've got very good guns.
You don't
These
know
are
my
the pack
life.
punch in your
What if
mini.
that's all I
and,
have?
like,
What if
within
that's
this,
all I
there's
have to
specific
make me
specialists that
happy?
do specific things. So one of them is the Exomaster. You see the bigger suit. They've got like this incredible understanding of like how the mining processes work and chem harvesting, and they've got the gear to do it. But it's also incredibly useful war gear. Or you've got the Drill Masters, and the Drill Master can control. I think he's called a Techmite Autoveyor. It's this weird little sort of tracked unit that you might have seen in some of the shots. A great addition to your Necromunda gangs, and you can use them as part of your Ironhead Squat Prospectors. There you go.
Excellent.
Right. Whew, that is Necromunda. It's time to go to the grim darkness of the far future.
Oh,
We have a bunch of new stuff for Warhammer 40,000 for you today. Some incredible new miniatures across a range of different factions. I want to start off with some new
Ultramarines.
character models for some of our Xenos factions. This
oh.
is Beric
Oh.
Stormbrow. He is a Chthonic Berserker character. He can lead your units for Chthonic Berserkers.
Okay.
And the lore for this guy is that he is an expert orc hunter. He's lost his hands in combat against orcs. They've been blasted off in some kind of horrific
Okay,
bouts of
okay.
firepower. But he is so tough. He's just got some new bionic ones. He's not overly troubled by it. He is a
Unbothered.
particularly tough kin. He has a cloned skin
I
that makes
like
it
the
even more
battle
durable
hammer
than
too.
the
That's my
already
favorite part, I
durable
think.
Wings of Votan already are. He goes right at the front of your army, in the middle of your Chthonic Berserkers, leads that unit into combat. He gives them explosive hits in combat. He does all sorts of horrible things to your opponent's army.
Oh,
and
you can
makes
see
an
the
absolute
orc
mess
teeth
of
he has
whatever you send him into.
collected. His
And the
orc
orcs
belt.
nosebleed. Right.
You have to punch an orc really hard to make its nosebleeds.
I would think so. He's not the only new character
Well-
model coming.
It could also bleed from internal wounds.
Here we see the Twin Lance, part of the Tau
Hmm.
Empire. Eddie, what are the Twin Lance?
So the
Okay,
Twin
those
Lance
look-
are a
those
new
look nice.
pair of special characters for the Tau Empire. Those of you who know your Tau Empire lore will know that Farsight was once the exemplar of the Montcar, the killing
I
blow
do like the
within
color
the
scheme.
Tau Empire, but he's
That
sort of
blue
fallen
and the
out of
white,
favour with the
really
Imperials.
fresh.
They don't really like to put him on the posters and the propaganda anymore. So they were looking for someone new to represent the Montcar within the Tau Empire. So they found these guys, the Twin Lance. This is
Those
a
look nice.
male and a female Tau who were once part of a three warriors went around together, but one of them was killed by a gene stealer patriarch.
Oh.
These two responded with a perfect exemplar of the killing blow and managed to take out the leader of the gene stealer uprising.
Very
And
cool.
from that point onwards, they were lauded as heroes of the Tau Empire, and now they go between the different septs, fighting wherever the ethereals tell them to. One thing to note about them that's quite cool is that they don't have the markings of any specific sept within the Tau Empire on them, because they are heroes for all of the people of the Tau, for all of the greater good. They can fight alongside any of the septs
Interesting.
you want, which means you can put them in any of your Tau armies, regardless of what color you painted them. They are very,
smart
very
of
good
them.
at going in very close and killing the thing you really want them to kill. One of them has a fusion-style weapon. One of them has a flamer-style weapon. So whether you want to melt a tank or burn some infantry, they are the Tau. for the
I do
job.
like the shield.
They have individual names, so they are known as the Twin Lance. You have Sunseer, who has the Fusion Eliminator, and then you have Scatterflare, who uses an ion scatter cannon.
Okay,
so you
okay.
can see them here. The ion scatter cannon is the one on the screen left, and they've got different specializations. Just fantastic new character models for your Tau Empire army.
Okay, okay.
There's more. This is
This
is very exciting for me.
Look
I'm a
at
Tyranid
that
collector. I have a nice
whip.
Tyranid army at home, this is
Oh my
a sign-up
gosh.
leader for your Tyranid army.
Look at the
Tyranid Prime with lash whip.
veins.
I mean, it sort of does what it says on the tin.
Great
This is a Tyranid Prime with a
freehand.
lash whip. You know what a Tyranid Prime is? You know what a lash whip is? This is the Tyranid
Dude,
Prime with
okay,
a lash
that's
whip.
pretty
It's
sick.
A lovely miniature. It's in a really cool dynamic pose. It's the first time we've had a dedicated miniature to represent a Tyranid Prime infantry version. This is a character that you can put in amongst either Tyranid warriors or one of your infantry units.
No.
Makes that unit more efficient and obviously gives
No,
you some
don't
synaptic
look at the
benefits as
tongue.
well. But I think just a really
Be strong,
awesome
brothers.
Tyranid model, actually, just really great to have something new to paint.
Yeah, we should say
So
these
is
three.
it- Does
releases
a
that we
hand
just
hold it
described,
separately, or is it like built into the
Beric
arm?
And the Twin Spear and the Tyranid Prime with lash whip. We're expecting to see them released into the new year.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
thinking
That
like springtime.
that
Yeah,
looks
it's another way
real
of looking at it, but
nice.
We just wanted to show you some cool stuff.
Exactly, it's always nice. There is a lot more for Warhammer 40,000 for us to show. I believe we've got a little video.
Yeah.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
Okay.
They await your presence, my lord. He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar. In the 10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the archenemy?
Look at all those candles.
Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind, sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus. He is a demigod out of time, fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home.
Oh.
Rise, Demetria Titus,
Yeah.
Master of the Watch, Captain of the Second Company, Warden of Ultramar!
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible,
What a upgrade.
but only in death does duty end.
Holy cow. Oh,
That was awesome. I'm a huge
Talk
fan
about a
of Captain Titus.
promotion.
I followed him through Space Marine, the
Dude.
original game, many years ago. I've put too many hours to account into Space Marine 2, and here we see
Dude,
his narrative
he
is
got
progressing. Tell us more,
promoted.
So
Eddie.
this is an important piece of Warhammer 40,000 lore, and especially important for Captain Titus.
Thank
Those of you who played
goodness.
Space Marine
That
2,
guy
the future
deserves
game
it.
will know that the last time we saw Titus, he was a lieutenant of the Ultramarines, recently returned from exile in the Death Watch, and he has sort of come back, the prodigal son return sort of thing.
Dude.
We now know, thanks to this new piece of information, that he has become the captain of the Second Company once more. His journey is complete, his redemption is complete, and he is now leading the Second Company. But that is a job that comes
He gets
with
more
a lot
handsome
of
each time he's
responsibility.
shown.
He is the Warden of Ultramar. and
I
he's
mean,
been
that
tasked
is
by the
true.
Primarch Raboot Gulliman
He does look
with
very good.
retaking the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
I'm still
which
all
was
here
an
for
enormous
segueing
thing
a
for Gulliman back
spot,
in the
you
age of
know.
the Horus Heresy, but many of those worlds have been lost. He has been tasked with reclaiming them with the troops he has to hand.
So let's see what those troops look like.
Man, Ultramarine fans, they eatin' good. Okay, it looks like a decent sculpt. At least it's not gonna be like the Joy Toy where they jack that one up. Yeah, I have questions about what happened to some other
So here we
Ultramarines. Don't
see-
worry, I'm thinking about them.
Here we see Captain Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. This is a new plastic kit that is coming out for the Ultramarines chapter. This is Titus and his command staff as he embarks on this quest to reunify the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
Absolutely. We know that we've had quite a lot of Ultramarine releases recently, but I think for Titus, we can have one more. I think that's okay, right? He's kind of cool. He's kind of cool. So this is Captain Titus.
Fine.
He's
That's
brought with him
okay.
his brilliant chainsword, which we know from Space Marine 2.
I've got a lot of hours in with that.
Yes, a lot. I've killed a lot of Tyranids with that chainsword. He has the mantle of the captain once more, so all the regalia that you'd expect of that position. A very cool cloak, and he is at the centre of that new box set. But it's not just him; he's brought with him his entourage.
Possibly my favourite Space Marine in the whole galaxy. Anybody here seen Secret Level?
He's pretty great.
Have you
He's
seen
cool.
Secret Level? If you haven't, you need to go and watch it. It's an incredible animation that we made in partnership with Amazon as part of their Secret Level series. Matoris is the veteran sergeant.
Yes, I was
Titus
hoping
as a
that
boy.
Space Marine 3 will be
And here they
against
are reunited,
Necrons.
in this plastic kit.
You know, with the box set and
Matoris is
kind of
gonna
what we're
help
seeing here.
Titus on his quest to reunify these
Fingers
500 worlds.
crossed, if
he's
they are
a sergeant
jacking
of
with
the
us,
Blade
I'll be
Guard,
very upset.
So, as you can imagine, he is a very, very competent combatant, and you can watch him be a very competent combatant in the Secret Level episode. He's not the only Space
I might
Marine
watch that
to
again.
accompany Titus, of course. Ancient Gabriel, this guy had your back all the way through Space Marine 2. He has now been given
His
the
lips
banner
are really
of the second
big.
company. He is the ancient.
Like he
of
got
Titus's
that
command squad.
the lip
It's nice to
pout.
have friends,
He got
right?
fillers.
Yeah, speaking of friends, there's a suite of other important
don't talk about the
characters
axe.
that are going to help Titus in his mission. Here we have Commodore Gaius Silver, a commander within the fleet of Ultramar, responsible for making sure that the fleet logistics and the naval battles and things that are going to take place go smoothly.
Yeah.
There's more. He's got a staff of human helpers. This is astropath Daniel Cornelius.
He needs a nap.
A powerful astropath.
He
in 40K terms,
needs a
this is the
nap
only
and
way to
some
stay in touch
sun.
with your friends.
Yeah, Titus
He does
is
not
the
look
captain of the
healthy.
second company, the warden of Ultramar. He has almost constant communication from all the various planets within Ultramar and the forces that he's trying to command to keep hold of them and take new ones. So it's vital that he keeps an astropath nearby at almost all times. Interesting kind of that we are able to see all the humans that accompany
I know
Titus,
what the
because
warp
Ultramar
does
is a
for
kind of
you.
slightly unusual part of the Imperium in that not only do the Ultramarines have to go and kill all the aliens there and make sure that they drive back the forces of the heretics,
Steve.
they've also they also lord over the
Okay,
humans of
this
that
is an
region as well. They
unfortunate
command the humans,
combination.
and
This makes
run
me think of
Ultramar
the
as a sort of
Dallas
mini empire
Cowboys.
within an empire.
Yeah, absolutely. This is plenipotentiary Lucia Vespa.
I know that's not what it is, but it, like the white
They go
with the
ahead-
blue,
this
Dallas
character goes ahead
Cowboys.
of,
Sorry.
Titus, kind of as a messenger, but also as an explorer.
Bros
so
like me,
sort of
for real,
scouting
for real.
ahead and
Okay,
working out which
understandable.
of the 500 worlds that are lost are able to be reclaimed and helping him with that mission. And possibly my favorite of the human helpers, this is Amelia Minervus, the Legatus, a ranking officer within the
The spelling on these names makes me laugh.
So the Ultramar
Like,
Auxilia are the human
Amelia,
forces
like-
of Ultramar that battle very
We
similar
could
to the
spell it
Aftermath
with just the
alongside
E
Ultramarines trying to
or
retain
with
those
just
500
an A,
worlds and
like-
defend the borders of Ultramar from aggressive alien forces and
Let's
heretics.
throw more vowels at it.
The idea with this set is that it's essentially Titus and his command staff, and it's a fantastic leadership.
Oh, you're
unit
right.
to
I
use
meant
in
the
your
Colts.
games.
I meant the
Brilliant
Colts.
character models.
You're right.
And also
Indianapolis
really starts
Colts.
to help tell the
Man, I have
narrative
not
of
watched
this
football in
event
a
that's
hot
taking
minute.
place,
You're right.
with,
More like the
500
Colts.
worlds. Speaking of which, Eddie, do you want to get the book?
Look at the book.
We've got the book here today, so we can get it out and show you. This
wait.
is Warhammer 40,000 500 Worlds Titus. It is a, and when we say book, that's a little bit misleading. Here you can see it's a
The new series?
mighty slipcase that contains 4 volumes to it. What these volumes do is each has a slightly different thing. So you have the first of these books is called Titus. It's the lore. It's 80 pages of the narrative and the background that explains the events that are taking place. You then have Dread Incursions.
Oh man, I was hoping for a novel.
The way to play, boarding actions, and
Yeah.
sort of close conflict
Apparently
battles as
Chiron
they go
was
from
not
place to place. So
as
we've seen some
loved.
fantastic terrain come out for Kill Team, which would be really useful for doing some of those sort of boarding action style situations. We've also got the War on Vespertor Front as a campaign. Anybody here enjoying the grand narrative this weekend might find this extremely appealing because this is a complete campaign system in the background of this shot here now, you can see the maps. Oh, we've just lost it. But there's an enormous map that comes with this set. There's loads of stickers that you can sort of track the progress of your campaign with you and your friends as you battle for the 500
my
worlds.
goodness, stickers.
And finally, but by no means least, we have the detachments volume, which is 16 pages of all of the detachments and the rules that you need to use these new things in your game.
Wow.
They will be available online as a download or as part of the app. I don't know quite which.
Yeah, definitely available online. This is a very cool set of expansions. There's loads of good stuff in there, loads of good gaming material. It's sort of particularly themed towards those of you who enjoy the narrative element of Warhammer 40,000, but as you say, Adam, the detachments will be match play compatible, but because we don't want to kind of limit them behind a big set that you have to buy, they will also be available online for those of you who want to just get the detachment, but then you'd be missing out on having an amazing campaign experience within the 500 worlds. And what this set really does is it sets up that region of space as a pivotal and important part of the Warhammer 40,000 universe.
Yeah, I don't know why they're displaying the map like that.
Warhammer 40,000 right
but
now,
it doesn't look nearly as good as the books do.
And I had a chance to read through the Titus volume, that 80-page lore book. There are some very cool information inside there. The things that are happening within the sort of wider story of Warhammer 40,000
Just,
are really
I want a novel. Give me a novel, okay? I'll
Who are
read
they
that.
fighting, Adam?
Well, if you've looked at the covers of those books,
What
you
are
might
they
have got a
fighting?
subtle
I
hint
can't
as to
see.
who the enemy that
My
is
script
principally
is
causing them
cringe.
problems within the 500 worlds.
Sorry.
These guys are finding themselves going up against this guy. This is Necrosaur Amantar. And
He
who or
almost
what
looks like a
is
flayed
Necrosaur
one.
Amantar?
So
Eddie?
Necrosaur Amantar is effectively a deranged destroyer lord of the Necrons. He is an ancient, powerful creature,
So, yeah.
and he leads an entire army of
Yeah,
destroyers who
I
want
was right
none of
about
that kind
this
of
one.
conquest or claiming land or anything like that. He just wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy,
And eat the
starting
flesh.
with Ultramar.
Nom,
There
nom,
are
nom,
even
nom.
rumors that he might have been the origin of the Destroyer curse itself amongst the Necrons. So he's a pretty big deal. He has a particularly
Interesting.
diabolical plan. Looking at the galaxy, he goes, even though I am a 20-foot killing machine with lasers for arms, I don't think I could kill the whole galaxy, but I know something that could. I'm going to put the Nightbringer back together.
Fantastic. So the Nightbringer, you might have seen, we showed it on warhammercommunity.com. This would have been the first time you'd seen it if it hadn't have gone out as a leak. We did mention leaks in our invitation video, but here is the
It wasn't
Catan
supposed
shard
to be
of the
leaked.
Nightbringer. The Necrosaur, his plan is to gather all of the Catan
I didn't know
shards
about this leak,
so that
but
he can get the Nightbringer
I didn't look into
together
it.
properly and just kill all life in the galaxy.
It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. It's not just the new
The paint job
character
is
and
great
the new
too, the
Catan
metallic
that will be coming
colors
out.
on
There
the
will be some
limbs.
new ways of getting
Not just
Necrons
silver, but
into
like
your
the
army.
green
There
and
is
the
a new
purple.
battalion, which basically gives you all the destroyers. So if you like the idea of an army of undying, unkillable robots hell-bent on destroying all life, this is the battalion for you.
Perfect. Yeah, if your jam is just psychotic, undead robot killing machines, 500 Worlds is going to be your jam.
Yep.
Perfect. Whew. I feel like we've reached the end.
That is the end.
Perfect. Right, so here we go. Let's just look at Titus squaring off against the enemy. And then what remains is for us to bring this to a close. Everybody who's been watching us live on the stream, thank you so much for sticking with us for our technical difficulties. We appreciate it wasn't perfect, but it's been really great to show you all these fantastic Warhammer reveals and just get a bit excited about our favourite hobby with all of you. Thank you for hanging around with us.
If you want to see any of these reveals again, you want to watch any of the videos again, you want a closer look at any of those miniatures, the Warhammer Community website, if it's not already updated, will be updated
that's
very
it,
soon
apparently.
with lovely shots of all of those new reveals so you can spend time, look over them, and decide which of those you're most excited about.
Yeah, the Nightbringer model looks a
If you've
bit
got any
fragile.
questions about things Eddie and I didn't explain, there's a good chance that the answers will be there on Warcom, so go and have a look. I should address the 1,000 or so people in the room. Thank you all for sticking around with us as well. You have been an incredible audience. It has been a delight to share this reveal with all of you.
Yeah.
We're going to bring this thing to a close. Thank you from Eddie and from all of the Warhammer TV team who made this possible. And thank you from myself. It's been a delight. We'll see you again next time. Good night.
Okay. So, Yeah, I'm still sad. No more Custodes. I was like, they teased that at like the beginning of the year. And like they still haven't revealed it. Can't we get a leak at this rate? They just kill it. They just kill the whole thing. They're like 10 seconds and the stream is over. No, they straight up, they gave the stream 10 seconds. Then they're like, we're done. We're done. Get out of here, people. Get out of here. Okay, I'm closing out of my tabs. No, I'm a little... Now they go backstage and beat up the audio guy. Honestly, I feel bad for that guy. It's already like hard doing like streaming stuff, and like I can't imagine having to do audio in a very large room on top of doing it on a stream. That's rough. That is rough. But I was expecting more. Like, they did have a bunch of good stuff, but I felt like there was going to be more. But I don't think anything on, like, for today's stream, I don't think any of it sucked. I don't think it was like, oh, well, that was disappointing. A lot of people like the Skitarii. I'm not a Skitarii person. That was the one where I was like, that's okay. Like, it's not my favorite, but I also recognize it's not my thing. But a lot of people seem to like the Skitarii better than the current one, so... the Warhammer community says we'll learn more about what happened to Titus next week. It's happening next week. Okay, well, that would be good. Oh wait, not Titus. You're talking about the Scottish captain. Acheron? Archeon? Acheron? Forgot his name. Yeah, no, the other guy, the Scottish one. The floating drone is very nice. See, like, I don't think there was anything I'm like, oh, well, this really sucked, or like this wasn't good. Like, it was cool. I was expecting some more. They're always, you know, they're always shilling their ultramarines. But you know, yeah, and the Mark III breachers, those were really good. Those were really good. Yeah, volume was low, but like overall I wouldn't say like but the quality was higher than I was expecting. Like, I always expect something to be like in these, based on we've done a couple of them now, 3 or 4 of these, so I was pleasantly surprised that the quality didn't dip too much by comparison. Sorry, I realized my music was way too low. We go 3 weeks before folks need to worry about Christmas, so naturally that's next, yeah. But overall, like, I liked it. What did you guys like the most? What were your favorites? I know I saw a lot of people commenting on the breachers, and they seem very excited. But I want to know what people's opinions are. What was your favorite part? Let me think. I have to say, I think. You know, I like the Mark III. I like the Mark III. It was really nice. Did things die on my end? I like the whip Tyranid. Oh, that was good too. Man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna have to switch up the Tyranid with the whip. Honestly, that was pretty great. That was pretty great. I really like the design. I like the pose. And let me make this very, very clear. It's not my favorite because of the tongue, but I thought that model was just really well put together. I have to love the Breachers, though, because they were painted in Iron Warriors. Honestly, I feel like you can't paint them any other way. Like, that style of armor, that mark, just is so well suited for Iron Warriors. It doesn't look as good on the other legions. Like, it just doesn't. Like... So... I squared for the Prime. You'll make a fine addition to the collection. Honestly, it's a good choice. It's a really good choice. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah, Iron Warriors, like, I was looking at the armor and I was like, man, you could get, like, away with Imperial Fist, but that very, like, Knight Crusader vibe, it suits Iron Warriors so well, and I just don't feel like any of the other legions have that same vibe to them. Like, you could argue Dark Angels do, but it's just not the same. Breachers is the best for Iron Warriors, Death Guard, Imperial Fist, and Iron Hands. Yeah, I agree. Even, like, Death Guard is like, eh. Even, you know, pre-heresy, it's like, it works, but it's just, it's not as good. I mean, you could argue that the Iron Warriors have, like, they don't have a lot of drip. I think it's because they don't really go too heavy into, like, the extra details and decor on their armor. They keep it pretty down to earth, pretty simple. And I think there is something, like, there's something that you can like about that. They keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. So, I'm definitely getting the new Nid and the Tau. Might want to pick up Titus and Gadget for the future, but I'm not sure simply because they did my boy Chiron dirty. Yeah, we all know the girlies. We all know the girlies were the reasons why that guy was added. So, yeah, I mean, but the Tau also did look very nice. I'm not a Tau person, but they look really good. The new Tau models make me want to put them in an army with Farseat and see the hilarity happen. More power to you. The Luna Wolves and Ultramarines could work with Breachers, but like, they could, but it's all about, like, the vibe. It's all about, like, the vibe, and it's not the same. But I think I'm just a little biased. So, anyways, overall, I was pleased and pleasantly surprised with what they released. I am upset because they don't, like, hint at minis at the beginning of the year. Don't hint at 30k, like, don't hint at Custodes if you're not gonna reveal them. Like, don't do that. But I don't know if they'll have any more previews this year. It's kind of like we're close to the end. I don't think they preview anything else, and I'm annoyed that I didn't even get to see them. Like, come on. But I'm very biased. I wanted to see my Custodes. Yeah, that's what I thought, that this was gonna be the last release. Yeah, like... Yeah, the next showing will be for stuff coming out in 2026, so they might do stuff for... They might do... Will they have another preview, though? Like, will they have another stream preview this year? I doubt it. If they do, it's going to be in, like, a month. They would do the beginning of December. Anyways, I'm upset but I'll deal with it. Early January. Okay, well, we'll see how my schedule looks. Hopefully I can stream that based on my schedule, but we'll see. Well, I think it's also a bummer because they used a whole section to be like, these are the new shows that are coming, which, you know, they can totally do that, but it's like, I'm sorry, I just want to see the minis. I just want to see the minis. But like I said, like, this is probably, I think of this year, this one was like the most, I think it was like very solid. Cathay at the beginning of the year, was that at Adepticon? Yeah, that was at Adepticon. That one was like really cool just to see those minis, but like this one was like very like consistent. So I think this one was like the most solid. Like there's nothing I'm like super disappointed in that they revealed. Of course, everyone wants their own faction to be revealed, but you know, honestly, they'll have a reveal on Christmas, but it most likely won't be a stream. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No Eldari Exodites. Yeah, well, they don't like the Eldar, so you might just have to continue suffering. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. So I guess you'll like, well, we're just gonna have to keep waiting. We'll just have to wait. If they release the Exodites, that would get me into Eldari. Not unsurprising. They are pretty cool. Anyways. Okay. So, what do we have? What do we have? I don't have anything more. I don't have anything more that I want to say. I think it was good. We have a stream tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, Total War, yes, in 14-ish hours with Lore Master of Sotek. So that'll be fun. I'm glad we got to do this. Like when we were coordinating, I was like, oh, we should watch. I need to watch this. So let's stream on Saturday. So that'll be tomorrow, which should be a lot of fun. Trying to think. And then we have Hunter the Parenting. Hunter the Parenting on Sunday. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited to know more. Like waiting a whole week to watch more Hunter the Parenting. Oh man, it was difficult. It was very difficult, but we made it work. So, I'm sorry if you can't make it. I'm sorry. Good luck at work, though. Oh my goodness. Something got in my eye. Ow. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, we won't raid out today, but please join the Discord if you haven't, if you want to catch more streams. I hope you enjoyed my commentary and my jokes about owning GW. It's a pipe dream, but you know what? Maybe someday we can return GW to the people. We can give them back give everyone back the vibes that they loved. So, have a good night, everyone. Don't skip leg day. And come to stream tomorrow so we can play more Total War. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay? Have a good night.